All right, the third question for today. What is your opinion of human cloning? I don't know that we've ever really spoken directly about our views on human cloning, and I was thinking about this in preparation for today's show. I don't know that my position on human cloning is particularly fixed right now. Have you taken, Lewis, a strong position on human cloning?
I don't really. I mean, I'm fascinated by it. I don't really care if it happens. I think there is a lot to gain by doing it, by researching it, by I don't know. It just seems like an interesting and important step.
Yeah, I'm not against it in principle, and I recognize that if you were to clone someone, 10 years, 20 years later, clone a 10 or 20 or 30-year-old or something like that, it's not going to be the same person. They are going to have such a different experience growing up, especially given the advancement in technology and medicine and changes to society and culture. They're going to be a very different person in spite of the fact that their physical appearance will be very, very similar. So I don't, the idea that you're going to have this army of people that are the same, I guess if you were to create multiple clones of the same person that all were to be born at the same time, it's conceivable that that would happen. And you can kind of think of these sci-fi dystopian scenarios of 100 clones of the same person being born at the same time and raised in the exact same way. But I don't think that that's the obvious eventual path for human cloning if it is to ever develop. So I'm not against it in principle, but I've not taken a particularly fixed position on it. I'm kind of open to see how that develops.
Right. With our current technology, I don't see any problems with it. Of course, if you're talking about the future and then perhaps having a clone and then having accelerated growth and then copying and transferring consciousness to that clone, and then essentially perhaps talking about carbon copies of people, maybe that's a little different, but we're not even close to that level.
Very, very interesting questions. Please keep the questions coming. And if you email us your audience question, please designate it as, question for the Friday show or whatever the case may be, because we get a lot of just kind of like casual emails from people, which often contain questions. It's not often clear if it's just like out of curiosity or if it's supposed to be part of the Friday show. So let us know if it is a Friday show question. We have a lot of these, and I look forward to answering more. We've got an excellent bonus show for you today. And you can access the bonus show as part of your David Pakman Show membership. Just go to davidpakman.com/membership to sign up immediately.